Hey, what's up, guys? Bueller here again, here to do the daily stock watches review for April 17th. And today I decided to do a different type of list. I said I was going to make it smaller, but I still ended up making it 10 long. So there you go. Bunch of nerd information. But we can start with SPY. I'm just going to move my notes over here. You can screenshot this if you want to reference it. This is all from the live stream this morning. Do a daily live stream an hour before market opens. So on SPY, I set at a very crucial resistance on a few time frames, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, etc. Above 289 or below 285.50. 285.50. So we had a good morning reaction, and like I always say, that rejection is the strongest confirmation. You had a more one-directional drop than you did straight out of the gate, and this is the weekend period, so it's good that you waited and got in here if you were shorting SPY. If you didn't get back into long it, I don't blame you, but you could have drawn a line here, as you saw it do this twice, and you could have waited. You could have done it here, but you could have waited for it to hit here again throughout the day after lunchtime when volatility picked back up for a power hour, and you could have got in for calls for maybe even a same day contract, but could have played that. But no big deal if you didn't. AMD. AMD kind of did the same thing as SPY. It kind of did that little movement, and then it kind of had more of its one-directional fall after failing the jump rope on the line that it kept doing. AMD was just a little more choppier from the get-go. I do notice this. That would have been a nice squeeze. Good double confirmation. You don't have to just play straight off the patterns, but to at least get a good reference. On AMD, I said double top on the hourly time frame, might see a rejection depending on overall market, and we did kind of get a rejection. Amazon. And these watch list reviews are good to watch, but if you don't see the stream or at least know how we make most of these lists, then you'll miss out on like kind of some of the references from here. But you can still get some good production from this, some good information. Here on Amazon, I said good levels of support recently made between 2320s to 2350. 2400 is another good level. Psychological whole numbers will be very smart to monitor on Amazon. I said above 2405. It never went above it, but it did go down to the levels that I marked for everyone in the stream between 2320 to 2350. Even bounced very clean from it twice. And support on top of my level, so that shows you how accurate that was. So if you didn't play Amazon, no big deal. But it did do everything within our parameters from the technical analysis this morning on the live stream. So that was really big if you at least monitored that. That's how big those live streams are. You should try to join them more if you get the chance. They are a lot of fun too. Probably one of my more favorite things to do on the channel here. BA, I said, is inside of multiple squeezes on the 30-minute and hourly. The double confirmation play will be huge either today or early next week if we don't gap up out of this zone. I said above 150 because that is the psychological whole number that I put. I put a very passive break above on BA today. Multiple entries on that one. And then I said below 146.50. And that was based off of just the 5-minute and pre-market low and multiple points of interest on that level. Which it never... Let's see, did it even go to it 146.50? Yeah, it found support on that line actually. So again, it shows you how awesome these live streams and pre-market levels are. Not every list is going to be the same, though. Today hit, though. It sucked that everything was a little sideways after more of their fun movements in the morning and afternoon, but it's all good. Beyond, I said lower high on the 5-minute could just easily bounce off or break below level posted at 77. It did break below at 77. Good scalps here. Again, best play would have been off the rejection here, off of the break below. You can play aggressively and enter these candles going into it, but I'm telling you the better entries are on the... And plus, I'm on the 1-minute. Do you want to go to the 5-minute? I'm just going over this so you could see the exact candles and see what kind of action you would have been seeing. Show you all the choppiness. Here we have Facebook. I said gap fill right above between 180, 150 to 185s. May see a slight rejection depending on overall market. I did a high of extended hours at 180, 165 for the break above. We never even saw that get hit. The below was 178.50. I said it was a very solid area of interest on the 5-minute. And as you can see, it is, because it's found support multiple times on this line, in this area. So that's clearly a good line that it needs to stay above for long swings on Facebook when the market recovers a little more. I would like to say Monday we open red, but as of lately, no one knows, so play it by ear. I dropped all the swings that I entered in today in chats. Clean break below on Netflix from our break below level. I did say I think Netflix was going to have a red day because it's going to be rejecting the 450 ranges. Plus, these are all-time highs for Netflix. That was the all-time high. So I think 450 is a really good level to be marking. It's kind of like those levels on Tesla where you mark whole levels. You could literally just mark every whole number, like 500, 550, 525, 575, 600, 625, 650. It's those whole numbers on Tesla that hit, and I think Netflix is just about the same thing. So good clean breaks on Netflix there. NVIDIA, then we have Square and Tesla. Again on Square, perfect. This looks just like SPY and AMD. Came up, hit, came down. More one directional, safe for entry, and you got out of the weekend period. You probably get your better fills right here too. You won't have as much of a problem. So that was straight clean. That was just pure TA. Love that one. And there's no need to go back and try and play them multiple times, but if you can, you know, play lighter because you're playing more of a indecisive trade now. Damn, this thing just squeezed all day. You could have just kept drawing lines and having it move them. Not a super clean break, but it is a nice rising channel here throughout the day. I do like that. I said currently inside of a gap at 60 to 63-ish. May see a slow push up or rejection depending on market vibe. Above 61, we didn't quite get that to the end of the day, so no crazy movement there. Below 59.70 for a slightly aggressive break below. So this was my aggressive break below, and we didn't even get to go that far from it. This was a good play if you got in on this one because it rejected the other line that we drew in the stream, but I didn't have that on the list, so I can't beat anyone up for that. And this is the gap zone that it's in, so you're going to see a lot of consolidation between 60 to 63 on Square. So if you ever play Square next week with me, definitely have that noted down. We're going to choose some better levels for that next week. Last one, Tesla. I said hourly and 4-hour time frame charts are amazing to choose support and resistance, and that is a fact. Above 791, that was the extended hours high, will lead us to the crazy strong resistance at 800. From there, we could see 825 to 850 with the right momentum. Below 762, that's strong resistance turns support that will need to be tested and broke before a bigger move down. 62, and we're going towards 650 again. So that was a clean. I probably should have wrote that, but I mean, I say whole numbers so many times about Tesla, everyone should know that by now. But if you do break these levels and you don't know what lines to draw on Tesla, if you're playing Tesla vol stocks, whole numbers, I promise you, it's very helpful. 750 would have been my target if I saw that break. Clean break, that was probably the best entry, was right there. This would have been an ANSI entry because you saw it do this. I would have been an ANSI to get in right here. And you still would have paid off because your stop loss would have been above that. But best entry would have been probably this candle. You had more of a one-directional play. But either one of these drops would have paid you on Tesla. So for the most part, we had wins on the list. I'll put this back up for the end. But yeah, try to make it to the streams next week, every day an hour before the market opens, my YouTube channel. And we just go through the list, and this is going to be the new style list. I'm probably not going to do 10 every time because that's a lot. I already see a bunch of spelling errors now that I'm looking at the list again. But make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.